Hey Godzilla, what's the best way to get women? Back when I was a little duck-billed platypus, my mama used to tell me that you just had to be nice and buy them gifts. Does that actually work?
First off, let me ask you this. What do you think?
Well, from my experience, I would always see that the women would generally go for the bad boys. The kind of boys who would tease them occasionally, and really not give a shit about their feelings. And not be very emotionally attached either.
The truth is in the pudding, dumbass. Women don't like sissies. If you want to be able to get attractive women, you gotta know how to play the game. You gotta make yourself desirable.
And it's important that other women will be attracted to you as well, because when the women you want to get sees that other women want you, your street value will increase, and you'll have a very valuable stock. If you get my drift. So, are you saying that rather than just be a nice guy, I have to more so be an asshole? Or a dick?
Precisely. Even though they don't admit it, women are attracted to masculine qualities in general.
This isn't always the case, but it's like 97% of the fucking time.
In fact, the truth to the matter is, they don't even know that they're attracted to masculine qualities. You see, that's why in general, what a woman says are good traits of a man to have are far different from what women actually pick in men. This is why you often see so-and-so's dating an asshole, so-and-so's boyfriend is a dick, and so-and-so's boyfriend doesn't treat her right, and etc. That's why you always fucking see this to be the case. It's because on paper, what a woman claims to be attractive is far different than what they generally pick in men. And the truth is, all the so-called nice guys and, betas, they're the ones who just can't get pussy. You can look at, like, sexual statistics and things like that. You'll find that there are a hell of a lot more women who are active in the sexual marketplace than men. And only a small percentage of men, get the majority of sex that men get. It's because it's the way that it filters, you see. And it all has to do with the biological imperatives that drive them. But I don't really want to go on about that. And it's not to say that you have to be a dick to attract women. It's primarily just to say that you need to have a fucking backbone. And you need to show that you're valuable. And that you're sure of yourself even if you're not. So you could start by pretending you're sure of yourself and don't be so fucking agreeable. Okay? You don't have to constantly agree and nod your head to everything the woman's saying to you and all her ideals in life and her beliefs and stuff. You don't have to continually bob your head to it because they're used to that, especially if she's an attractive woman. She's used to guys groveling at her feet and saying, oh yeah, I agree with this, I agree with that, yeah, that's where I stand, yeah. You see, even though they claim to like that shit, the reality is it'll make you seem more attractive if you say, oh, I think that's bullshit. I don't see it like that at all. In fact, you can allude to this and that, and basically you just have to be more sure of yourself, and being agreeable isn't going to be an attractive trait, So do it in a fun, playful way, but disagree with them if you don't, agree with them on something. Don't just say you fucking do because you think, it's going to gain you some ground, because it's not. All right? That's bullshit. I should slap your ass. Damn.
Well, this is all a lot to take in, and I'm really not sure if I should take your word fully for it. I mean, I'm not even sure if you've gotten any pussy over the last couple of months. But what you say seems to have some logical foundation to it. But I would like to know more, if you don't mind.
I'm about done giving free advice for now. But basically, women, in general, are driven by their biological imperatives, you see. And they don't realize it, and they won't admit it, but in general, they find it attractive, a guy who can stand up for himself, a guy who's sure of himself, a guy who can be a good provider, and so forth. And all of these traits harken back to a female's innate primal needs. And although this isn't the most practical way to go about finding a mate in modern civilization, it still is the essence
of what they in general find attractive. So that's basically what you gotta know is, you know, how to attract a woman. And these are good advices. And you can be polite and respectful while having these traits. Basically, they want things that encompass the notion that you're confident, that you can provide, that you can stand up for yourself and her, and that if shit hits the fan, or if a dire situation occurs, that you can also serve as a protector. Okay? And they like it when you have high social status in terms of being respected by other Godzillas and kaiju, I think. But that's far less important than just these individual things that you can easily work on. Okay? Another thing that helps is to be able to prove that you can provide for yourself, that you have your own place and so forth. They really ain't gonna like it if you still living with mommy. So yeah, having some money does help. Okay? It's not the end all, because you see broke ass guys all the time getting hotter women, but it does help. Okay? It can be used as a resource, so consider that.
Wow, Godzilla, thank you for all these valuable advices. So me's gonna go out now and see if me's can get a woman, and I'll let you know how that goes, bruh. Peace be with you.
Oh shit, that reminds me, one more thing. It's really important you don't waste a ton of time with one woman if you aren't even dating. So don't try to just become friends and slowly work your way in. That barely ever fucking works. You're just gonna waste a ton of time, and you're gonna have endless nights of blue balls if you do that. So it's really helpful if you just go up to someone you find attractive, start small conversation, and see if you can get her contact information. Because basically what goes along with that is you're not wasting a ton of time. You can cast a lot of lines out. You know, look at it like you're fishing. You know, so don't focus on just one fucking fish, because there's a lot of them in the lake. So don't waste too much time. And then it also kind of sets the tone of what your motives are, you know. It's quite evident if you do that, that you're just not trying to be friends or something. That, you know, maybe you found them attractive, you found something about them alluring, and that's why you approached them in the first place. So don't do the friend game, and yeah, just know there's a lot of them out there. So don't spend too much time on one if you're not even dating yet. Damn, dumbass.